That's how it works. That is how simple it is. That agent that you are paying, this is exactly what they do. Most of your agents don't live in China. Hey guys, if it's your first time seeing my face, hi, hello, good morning. My name is Rita. I'm a Lagos-based YouTuber. I'm an importation coach on YouTube and offline. I make videos on importation, lifestyle, content, and whatnot, just everything about me. And today we're going to be talking about something that confuses a lot of people, and I'll try my best to break it down. I'm going to try my best to break importation down so that a child can understand. So if that's what you're interested in, keep watching. This is how to import without an agent and understand the system without a coach. We need to cross our leg for this. If you're buying from China or you're importing from any country, right? The first thing you need to know is that if you want to buy cheap from that country, you need to behave like you're from that country. And if they don't speak English, that's based on their money and their language. If they don't speak English, you need to familiarize yourself with their language. Do you know why people travel? And let's say you travel to a non-English speaking country and you go there to speak English. One, they've concluded you're a foreigner. And do you know why it is easy for them to cheat foreigners? It's because you're not from their country. So they can just tell you any price and you're going to buy. What is the trick in trying to not get a special treatment? Is to try to behave like them or speak like them or try and act like them or try like put in effort, right? They say that if you're in Rome, you should behave like a Roman. That's just how importation is. I don't know how people want to buy from China and they're looking for English. That's your first mistake. And secondly, you're not speaking the language, you are just writing it. Nobody is going to fault you for not knowing how to speak Chinese. All you need to do is to write it. And it's not hard. You don't need to learn Chinese. You have phone right now. You have phone. All you need to do is to just type. And I'm going to teach you. It's very easy. I'm going to put it in this side of this video so that you can see how easy it is to just translate whatever you want to say from English to Chinese. All you need to do is to copy what you've translated and go and paste it. Of course, it's going to be little extra work, but nowadays people don't want to work for money. They just want to sit down and just make money. That's why you get scammed. That's why you get scammed. So you need to learn to put in little work. Language should not scare you. If you want to, I'm going to try and be putting pidgin into this so that people can still understand. So if you want to import from China, you need to put it at the back of your mind that you're going to communicate with Chinese. Yes, and it's not difficult. On iPhone, it's very easy to even translate without a translation app. On Android, you're going to need Google Translator. So we're done with the language. Now, you want to act like you're in China, but you're not in China. That's what. So if you're buying from China, you know that you need the language, like we just explained. You need to pay in their currency. So how do you pay in Chinese currency when you don't live in China? You don't have a Chinese bank account. That's where Alipay and WeChat comes in. So you can use your Alipay for payments and you can use your WeChat. How do you activate this? So now Alipay is like a Chinese bank, online bank. WeChat is like your WhatsApp, like your normal WhatsApp. That's how WeChat is, but you can also pay. So they have the Chinese bank inside WeChat. Do you understand? I've not taught you guys how to activate that your WeChat payment on this channel because it's very hard to get WeChat yuan. That's what I've not taught you guys, but I will still teach you guys. How to activate the payment of these two apps? You need your international passport. No, you cannot skip it. You need your international passport. You don't have an international passport, you can collect a passport from, sorry, excuse me. You can collect a passport from your friend or your family member that lives in the same place with you because they need to do a facial verification, right? But let's say they don't live with you. Teach them how to activate this account, and when they are done with the facial verification and registration and you are verified on Alipay, right, and WeChat payments, they will now give you the login. You will log into that app. You can change the password if you want. So let them create the account using your phone number, right? All you need from them is just their passport. You can still use your name as your username. You can still use every other of your information. All you need is just their passport details when you're trying to verify your account. You know, when you go to the bank, you're going to give them your ID before they can open an account for you. That is it. So it's not a two-way. But is there another way around this if you cannot use this? Yes. You're going to look for someone that has an Alipay account. Let's say, for example, me now, I have an Alipay account. You want to make payment to a vendor, you can reach out to me. I want to make payment to this so vendor. The only thing I will ask you is for the vendor's QR code. And when you give that to me, I'm going to make the transfer. That QR code is like their account number. I will make the transfer, send you the screenshot, the way you do your normal bank, and then you send that to the vendor. You have made your payment. It's that simple. That's how payment is done. Now, we've talked about the language. We've talked about how can you pay them. You don't live in China, so you don't have house address. How are you going to get it in your home country? But don't forget, we are behaving as if we live in China so we can buy cheap. Because once you are paying with dollar account, just know that you're not buying cheap. You're buying cheap because you're importing, right? It's not the same amount to sell in your country. But you're still buying like as an international person. You're not buying like a Chinese national. And we're trying to buy like a Chinese national so that we are going to save more money. So that we come to our country and sell like wholesalers. That's when your home address come in play. Now you don't live in China, but you need a home address. That is your shipping company. Your shipping company is your home in China. You're going to paste the address. Me, I use Sky Cargo because Sky Cargo is easy to navigate for first timers. Maybe when you are into the importation, you can find other shipping companies, but it's very easy to navigate. Your address on your Sky Cargo app is like your own personal house, like your number 12 of so street. That's how it is. You just copy that address, you paste it on your app that you're buying from. You paste it to your vendor that you're buying from. I usually get this question: if I buy from different vendors, how will I get them to put it in one place and send it to me? That is why I say this is like your home. We call that consolidation. Not all shipping companies do that, so you need to ask your shipping company. Sky Cargo does. That address that you're copying for the app is a consolidation address. That's your own personal house in China. That's your address. So when you buy from vendor A, vendor B, vendor C, vendor D, all those things will be sent to that your address. Sky Cargo now or your shipping company, we pack it into one pack and ship to you whenever you're ready. So it can be there it can be there up to a month till you're ready to ship. And then you say, okay, well, I want to ship via air or I want to ship via sea. That's how easy it is. So your vendors think you're in China. So when you give them that address, they will send it. It's within China there. They will send it the way you will build. Let's say you buy something from Jumia now. Jumia will send it to your house. Or you buy something from Instagram in your country, they will send it to your house. That's how it is. The Chinese vendor will send it to that address. When it gets there and you are done buying, you buy heaven and earth, whatever you want to buy. When you're done buying and you're ready to ship, they will ship it to your home country. Nothing concerns you and the clearance. Nothing concerns you and anything. The company is going to do everything. They're going to do the clearance for you. All you need to do is pay your shipping fee. Your shipping and clearance fee will be added together. But when you're getting your receipt, they're going to break it down for you to know what is shipping, how much is shipping, and how much is clearance. But you're going to be paying everything together. You make your payment at the warehouse in your home country, and then you pick up your goods. Let's say, like in Nigeria now, we have warehouses in just Lagos, Kano, and Onitsha. Let's say you don't live in any of these states. You can find somebody to pick it up for you. Or you can ask the delivery company, please, can you waybill it to my state? And they will bill it for you. That's how it works. That is how simple it is. That agent that you are paying, this is exactly what they do. Most of your agents don't live in China. This is what they do. Now, you've covered language. You've known how to chat with them. You've covered payment. You've covered shipping, getting it to you. How long does shipping take? Air shipping for normal goods, these are goods that does not have battery or liquid. It takes, that's for example, clothes. It takes 3 to 7 days to get to Nigeria. Then for special goods, that's goods with battery, goods with liquid, let's say body cream, radio, you understand the gist. That one takes 10 to 15 days to get to Nigeria. And then sea. So we have two types of air shipping, which I just mentioned, and we have just one type of sea shipping. So they are going to mix your goods, whether it's special goods or whether it's normal goods, we mix everything together. So it's just one type of sea shipping that we have. And this takes 45 to 60 days. If you God catch you, you go and use bad shipping company, it will take 80 to 100 days. But normally it takes just 45 days at most. But shipping company will give you 45 to 60 days. On shipping company 45 to 70 days. But Sky Cargo usually take 45 to 60 days. That's your shipping duration. Now you've covered this all. We've covered like the major part, right? Now where to buy these items. You don't live in China, but you want to buy as if you're in China. Where will you find these items? You can find these items on 1688. I have on the channel how that works. On Pindodo, I have on the channel how that works. Those are the two major apps. For beginners, I prefer Pindodo. It's easier to understand. It's straightforward. There are hardly any scammers there. But on 1688, you can find scammers, right? So you need to be very, very careful. You need to make sure that you request for video call from the vendor. You need to ask for live videos if the vendor does not agree on video call. But you need to chat up and ask for something. But if there are reviews on these stores, you don't need to, because you're seeing live reviews, you're seeing that there are no scammers, right? But on Pindodo, once you go there, you must always see reviews. On 1688, you hardly see reviews, but on Pindodo, you must always see reviews. It's easy. You don't even need to chat them up. You will just see the review once, and that is it. It is very, very nice. Like, it is very, very easy on Pindodo to use for first timer. So I always advise, and their price is similar price with 1688. So if you're a first timer and you're not used to the Chinese language, I advise you to use Pindodo. Another way you can buy things is by having vendors contact, like their direct contact. I used to share, most times I make videos of particular businesses and I share the contact. Those ones now, those vendor contacts, you can chat them in English, right? Because they are the direct source, but they sell in wholesale. So if you're collecting a vendor's contact, just know that you're not buying less than 100 pieces or 200 pieces or 500 pieces. So that's how it is. Unless phone, you can buy single, you can buy one. Hair, you can buy one. But apart from these two products, the rest product, you're buying clothes, you're going to buy 100. Like, they have a minimum quantity and it's always large. Do you understand? So it's for wholesalers. And when I make videos like that, I drop the contact. You can chat them on WhatsApp, you can chat them on WeChat. So now that we've covered, but Pindodo doesn't have minimum quantity. You can buy just one piece. 1688 have minimum quantity, but it's usually small quantity. Let's say one piece, let's say 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, like that, like that. That's how it is. You can also buy from Alibaba, and if you're buying from Alibaba, you can use your card to pay. Your dollar card. It must be a dollar card. You use your dollar card to make payments. That's how it works when you're buying on Alibaba. So what I advise to buy on Alibaba, let's say you're not using my phone contact to buy, you can buy phone on Alibaba. You can buy hair, yes? All right. All right. You can buy hair on Alibaba, like human hair. That's where most hair vendors are found. The contact that you're paying for, that's where they used to find it. So you can buy hair on Alibaba. So that's basically it. That's everything. You've learned how to buy your product. You've learned how to make payments. You've learned how to ship it and get it to you to your home. What else do you need? You don't need anything again. That is how simple importation is. Just know what to buy. Then if you're thinking of what to buy, any business to buy, to embark on, you have inspiration. That's why you have social media. Go on TikTok. Check the things that people are buying right now. Have one page that you look up to, that you see as your competitor, and get inspiration from there. And start creating content. That's how easy and simple importation is. You don't need any long thing. I hope this explains better. And if you have any question, just leave it in the comment section and I'll answer you. I'm late for what I want to do. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Have a great one. Bye.